What's up guys, it's Clown Fighter here. Guys, today I'm just going to be breaking down the press conference between Dubois and Alexander Usyk. So this is the second fight, guys. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this one. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. I'm probably not going to cover every single person. It's just because the press conference is quite long. But I'm going to try my best to keep the main bits. And again, guys, the psychological advantages of what each fighter is saying. I'm going to give you my thoughts as well. So let's get straight into it.
For the first time in this country, the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. I'd like to first introduce to the stage the reigning and defending IBF World Heavyweight Champion. Please give it up for Daniel Dynamite Dubois.
I'm just going to skip the entrances, guys. I'll go through it a little bit quickly, but I don't want, obviously the music copyright, I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm just going to keep the volume quiet. Here comes Dubois into the press conference. He's got his knuckles ready. Again, not much emotion on the guy's face. Comes through, sits down, shakes Frank's hand, and yeah, again, remember this guy was supposed to be fighting Parker. That never happened. Now he's just jumping straight to Usyk, which I'm not a fan of, guys. I'm like, check my video out. I'm not a fan of him. So yeah, let's just see Usyk now.
Let's welcome to the stage his opponent on July 19th. He is the reigning, defending WBO, WBC, WBA, Ring Magazine, Lineal World Heavyweight Champion. Please give it up for Alexander Usyk.
Gonna put the volume down, guys. Don't want to get in trouble for any copyright. So Usyk comes in as usual. I can see him doing the cross over his chest, and he's got his glasses on. He's wearing like a waistcoat. Just looks like another day in the office. Now remember, Alexander Usyk wanted Dubois. He's the one who called Dubois out, because let's be honest, Dubois is the biggest threat in the division. Dubois is the biggest threat right now, in my opinion. What I don't like, as I said, I just don't like this fight happening before Dubois fought Parker. Something about it is just off. Like, I don't think Dubois is ready, and there's a sense that I'm just feeling Dubois is not ready. But yeah, let's carry on. I don't know. It just, that ducking business again. Was he ill? Whatever. I've done a video on it before, guys. I don't matter if he's ill. The right thing to do would have been to deny yourself the Undisputed. Now it's easy for me to say that. He's teaming, and there's more money in it. There's more belts on the line. Why would you deny yourself Undisputed? So I could be fully wrong. Not fully wrong. I mean, I can understand why his team would advise him take the Undisputed fight. It makes better sense. But I just don't like what happened with Parker, man. It leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Even if that was legitimate and he was ill, it just doesn't look right, guys. And again, it just gives me a bad. It doesn't give me any favors towards Dubois. Like it's to fight Alexander Usyk, you need every fucking advantage you can get. Ducking is not. It's not good. Psychologically, it's just not good. But who knows? Dubois could still win this, and I will be breaking it down. That's my job, yeah, guys.
Hello, everybody.
So Usyk just, hello everybody, just smooth, ready. Obviously, you can see Dubois in the background, face on his cheek. He's got his face rested on his cheek, and again, I don't know. It's just like when you fight this guy, you need every advantage you can get. Like every advantage. Dubois hasn't come into this fight with any advantages, really. Usyk fought Dubois before, so, and we know the result of that, and it's not an easy fight to beat Usyk. You need to have something where you're undeniable, and I feel that, again, I keep banging on about it, that Parker fight, just by him missing it, I can't see anything undeniable about Dubois. Now, don't get me wrong, battered AJ, beat Hrgovic, beat Miller. He's a better fighter. I do believe he's a better fighter. It probably will give Usyk more of a run for his money. Again, I'm not doing any predictions right now, but I'm looking at the psychological side.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Alexander, for joining us on July 19th. It was a stormy night. It was an emotional night. And it was a night that many here will never, ever forget. And whilst Usyk emerged with his unified crown that night intact from that storm, he also emerged under a cloud of controversy.
Oh, here we go. The controversy, guys. Let's hear it.
Daniel Dubois landed a punch in the 5th round. Usyk went down.
So what Usyk's doing now, I've noticed as well, guys. I've got to look into these subtle details. Usyk's got his prayer beads out, guys, on the desk. These are prayer beads. So for those of you who don't know, guys, I do look at psychology. And again, I'm not your typical guy that breaks press conferences down. So you might think, why do I keep pausing the video? You might be new here, guys. I'm doing a psychological breakdown here. I'm looking at every single detail. I've done it with the Fury fight. Did it with the AJ Dubois fight. I don't want to say overanalyze. I pick up relevant issues. Usyk's actually going through prayer beads. So Christianity, I wasn't too aware, guys, that there is a thing called prayer beads. I didn't know. I'm not from that faith, but I do know in other religious backgrounds. Myself, I'm a Sikh. We have a similar concept where when you do a prayer, there's these prayer beads, which each prayer you do, you go through the next bead. I am guessing it's something like that. I know in Islam they have something similar. If I'm right or wrong, I might be wrong there. I don't know about Islam. Obviously, I'm not a Muslim, but I do know that the prayer beads that Usyk's carrying, they are common in a lot of faiths, and it's just something to pick up, guys. He's talking about the low blow. Usyk goes to his prayer beads. For me, the significance of that is Usyk doesn't really care what the guy's on about. He doesn't care if there's controversy. He kind of puts his faith first, and that's what I'm seeing anyways.
And for a moment, time stood still. The referee that night judged that the punch was low, but many to this day are still debating, as I'm sure they will very shortly, as to whether or not the referee made the right decision. Was it above the line? Was it below the line? Was it on the line? Well, since that night, Alexander Usyk went away and became the first undisputed world heavyweight champion of the century. Daniel Dubois...
See, he's even mumbling stuff under his breath. I think he's just praying, guys.
He went away...
Reminds me of a bit of an Arthur Beterbiev.
He became the IBF world heavyweight champion, scoring 3 impressive back-to-back knockout wins. And now, on the quest for history, legacy, and answers, fate has brought these two men back together. And whether you think that punch 2 years ago in round 5 was above the line or below the line, one thing is for sure. On July 19th, under that famous Wembley arch.
So again, he's talking about the low blow above the line or below the line. Check my last video out, guys. I did a very detailed video on Daniel Dubois' team actually sticking it on Usyk face to face. Don Charles' son, who is part of Daniel Dubois' team, actually went up to Usyk and his team, and check my video out, guys. It's quite, you could say it was disrespectful in one sense, but there's a side where the people that believe that it was a legal shot, he actually stuck it on Usyk face to face, and I did a full-on good 30 minutes analysis on that. So definitely check that video out, guys. You'll enjoy it, and yeah, you'll get my thoughts on it. So let's carry on.
Live around the world on DAZN, absolutely everything is on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Usyk versus Dubois 2. This is Undisputed. Let's hear first from Hall of Fame boxing promoter Frank Warren. And Frank, back at Wembley, it's another big night at Wembley Stadium for yourself, and something to really look forward to.
This is a massive night at Wembley. It's historical.
Frank Warren, the goldfish. Again, I don't want to listen to too much of the commentators, but let's see what he's got to say.
Night for British boxing and British sport.
If he's just banging on, guys, I'm probably going to forward it, so let's just see.
It's the first time ever the undisputed belts have ever been fought for in the UK. 4 of them on the line. It's history-making stuff, and it's an opportunity for Daniel to etch his name in British sporting history. He wins this fight, he's the first Brit to hold the 4 belts. That is a great, great carrot for him to go and get and to hopefully do.
So Frank Warren, remember Frank Warren's favourite fighter, Tyson Fury, is the one who lost the bout. And obviously Frank Warren, fair play to Frank Warren, as in he's got the stable of, people say he's got the best heavyweights. He's got a good stable of heavyweights. That's probably the best way to say. He's got a better stable than Eddie Hearn. He's still got his... If Tyson Fury's out the picture, the man just throws Daniel Dubois in. Dubois got the belt now. Remember, Usyk vacated one of his belts so AJ and Dubois could fight for it. So Usyk's the one who gave the present to Dubois. Now Dubois holds, I think it's the IBF, correct me if I'm wrong. So the winner will be undisputed again. So it is a big moment, don't get me wrong. And again, it's just, for me, I keep going back to it. The Parker stuff that happened, it's a sour taste. Frank Warren's gonna throw Dubois in for Undisputed. Why would Frank Warren say to Dubois, nah, you go fight Parker again, prove yourself? They won't give a fuck about that. If he's got a shot for Undisputed, and he can get more money, and he can have the chance to become a unified champion, and then he's gonna get paid more if he wins for the rematch. So this guy's obviously is a businessman. He's gonna be looking out for his fighter. But I'm talking from a moral perspective. I don't think that was the right thing to do, and I don't know if Dubois is ready for Usyk, but let's carry on.
This is a fight against a guy who, in Alexandrov, who is probably looks to be as the best heavyweight of his generation. He's certainly the best cruiserweight of his generation, and he won a gold medal in the Olympic Games. He's done everything that's asked of him. He's undefeated. He's a magnificent fighter. Every Brit he's fought, he's got the decision against or stopped them. That's 7 Brits he's beaten already. Daniel's the 8th one he faced. I should say. This is, as I say, history-making stuff. We're going to sell out here. It's going to be a fantastic night. Daniel's on a magnificent run since the...
So yeah, Usyk has beaten every fucking British heavyweight he's fought against. And if he beats Dubois again, he's lapped every single one. Like, you could say he's lapped AJ, he's lapped Usyk. He's lapped Fury, and then he's lapped Dubois, who's supposed to be the upcoming prospect. Usyk is undeniable if he beats Daniel Dubois here. Undeniable, like, he will go down as, like, the modern day, like, Mike Tyson, modern day Muhammad Ali, modern day, not saying greatest of all time, but he will go down like that because the guy's never lost a fucking fight. Let's not forget, obviously, I'm not talking about the Olympics and stuff. I'm talking about professional record. If I'm right, he has not ever lost. Even Muhammad Ali lost, guys. Even Mike Tyson lost. But who knows? Maybe this is the point where in Usyk's career, no one keeps an undefeated record. There's only a few fighters that do it. You gotta respect Usyk, because Usyk's not doing what Floyd Mayweather did. I pick and choose my opponents. Maybe he is a little bit. Maybe he knows he's got Dubois' number right now. And I believe Dubois needed a little bit more maturing. That Parker fight would have been good for Dubois. He hasn't done that. So I noticed Usyk is wanting to fight Dubois. Can't blame Usyk though. Usyk wants the biggest fight, biggest guy in the division. If someone's knocked AJ out like they did, Usyk's already beaten Dubois. It's like, oh, let me do Dubois again. So yeah, you got to give respect to respect is due. Usyk doesn't duck anyone. He doesn't take easy fights, and a mathematician in this game.
Controversial loss, I should say, against Alexandrov, and done everything in style. Beaten 3 world-class fighters, 1 or 2-time world champion here last year. Done it in magnificent style. Showed what he was all about. The one before that beat Hrgovic, undefeated fighter, and a fighter that was much avoided and came through some torrid moments in the early part of the fight. He shipped a few right hands, but showed what he's all about and gritted his teeth. And then Babe Miller, the fight that he had immediately after his loss, was a guy who I felt would test him mentally, and he came through that test, and not only came through it, beat him and showed at any moment of the fight he's dangerous in stopping him in the last round. We're going to see the best fighting the best. The number 1 against the number 2. The 2 best active heavyweights.
Frank Warren definitely knows how to sell a fight.
Heavyweights in the world. They're going to be putting it all on the line, and it's going to be something magnificent.
Frank, you say it'll all be on the line on July 19th. I know you've got a very strong view on what happened the first time that these two men met. What happened that night in August 2023?
So here we go, low blow time.
What happened? Daniel didn't get the decision. He lost the fight. That's what happened. There was a very controversial moment about the low blow. We went through all this yesterday. As I sit here now, for me, all day long, that was a legal blow.
All day long it was a legal blow. Now, guys, I don't want to keep going about this legal blow, low blow shit. I've done a video on it. Initially, I was in the camp, guys, that it was legal. As more information's come out, the more I look at it, I may sway to the other side. Again, if you want to see my real view on it and a full analysis on whether that's legal or illegal, check this video out. It's a good video, guys, where recently the Vows teams stuck it on Usyk. Make sure you check that video out. I cover my view on it, but Frank Warren still with the shot is legal 100%. I can see the side, but let's carry on.
It's not about the belt line, it's where your navel is. And the 4 minutes, he hurt Remember, it
It's not the bout line where the navel is. I'm sure the navel is the belly button. But let's carry on.
weren't called a low blow as the punch landed. There's no doubt about it that it did hurt Alex, and there's no doubt about it that the referee gave him extra time, even when he wanted to fight on. He wanted to fight on, and the referee gave him extra time.
Usyk still got the prayer beads, and he's doing the same sort of antics where I saw his boy stuck it on him. So he's still in that locked-in mode. He's not letting this affect him.
But it's done. It's dust.
Because you can't keep banging on about something that's happened. So, yeah, you're right, it's done. Let's not keep going on about it. That's not going to win you the fight. If you sat here in the first fight and you're like, yeah, man, we got him in the first fight, we should have won. You got another fucking fight now. Don't fucking do the same fucking thing. Don't think you're going to go in the fight and hit him in the same spot. You're probably going to get a low blow count again. Hit him higher. Change your mindset, man. But they want to live off this, but I don't think it's the best tactic.
It was not Daniel's time. The referee, for me, got it wrong. He can put that right on the 19th. You can't change what's happened. We can bitch about it, moan about it, everything. You look at the record books, it says what it is.
That's it. Accept it. Put it right. If you can put it right, don't go for no low blow. And let's see what happens on that. I think it's 21st or 18th the fight is.
The end of the day, it's all about now the 19th.
19th, sorry.
It's about Daniel going out there, taking his referee and his judges, those two fists, into the ring and doing the business, which he's capable of doing it. He's absolutely shown what he's all about. As I said in his last 3 fights, he's beaten world-class fighters. And
Rosemary beads. I don't know what they're called, guys, but Usyk's just pure focused on the prayers, guys. Just for rosemary beads. He's not like paying any attention to this. These are like, I don't want to say psychological games, but these sort of things, little things people don't look at that give fighters advantages, guys. Because think about it. Someone's going to keep saying to you, you hit low, this, that. Now, you had just a day before this, I think, you had Dubois' team sticking it on Usyk about, nah, man, you knew that was a illegal shot and you still went down. And they just kind of tried to put pressure on Usyk. Usyk didn't crumble once, but this guy's faith means a lot to him. It meant a lot to him with the Tyson Fury fight. It meant a lot to him in every fight he does. His fucking country's at war. You can't beat this guy on a psychological level. It's impossible. I would say Tyson Fury is the best psychologically at mind games. This guy destroyed Tyson Fury. This guy broke Tyson Fury. Now, the only thing I would say is Daniel Dubois, I don't want to take the piss, but I'll just say how it is. He's a little bit slower than Usyk. He's a bit dumb-witted. He's not as bright. That sometimes can be a good thing, because when you're too bright, it's too bad. It's bad and it comes back to you. But when you're not even aware of what's going on and you're just focused within yourself, it helps. So again, I think Usyk right now, from a psychological point of view, is not really paying attention to any of this. But let's carry on.
Beaten them well, beat them in sensational style. He's never in a boring fight ever. And this is his moment. This is his moment in time to create history.
Well, let's bring in Alex Krasik from Team Usyk. Now, Alex, I'm sure you normally have...
Alex Krasik, this guy's the genius of poems and like letters and shit. Remember when this guy fought Tyson Fury? This guy ripped Tyson Fury with a letter, man. He ripped him. I did the Death Note. I think I did a video on it, and I'm a big fan of this guy in terms of the way this guy carries himself, speaks for Usyk and his team. He's a very interesting individual.
You have a bit of a speech in front of you. Give us your reflections on the first time these two men met and your thoughts heading into this fight, please.
Def, you hear me?
I hear you.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be back to London with the best ever boxing audience you can find in the world.
This guy's always reading off his phone. He comes prepared. This is the thing with the Usyk team, guys. They're not like, they don't just show up. They fucking come prepared. They come with their speeches already made. This guy made a brilliant speech before the Fury fight. Both fights, dark, dreary, like shit. Like what he said was about Tyson Fury, the poem. He's gonna leave him dark and dreary. And then Tyson Fury finished that fight. He was crawling out of a pub. Check my video out. And on top of that, Tyson Fury still believes he won till this day. Dark and dreary. He can't fathom it. Tyson Fury is now retired. Tyson Fury said, if I can't beat a middleweight, I'm no good. And he just doesn't want to fight. He's just running away from Anthony Joshua at the moment. And I will be doing a video on that, so stay tuned.
So, as they say, wisdom is the fruit of experience. This can be very much related to boxing. And you know what? Daniel Dubois had his priceless experience in the first fight with Alexander Usyk. And now, he's not a kid anymore. Now, he is a mature man with the IBF belt on his waist. And the one who underestimates him does terribly wrong. What can I say? But here we have a prodigy man sitting next to me. And he has completed next to me.
This is what I like about Usyk's team and the way they prepare. They're not sitting here, they're not mocking Dubois. I didn't see no mockery here. I literally seen one of his team members saying, anyone who underestimates Daniel Dubois, it's a big mistake. He talks facts and he talks truth. But obviously he said, who's sitting next to me here is the prodigy. He's already become undisputed. He's already done it before. Let's carry on.
A prodigy man who has completed it all. And you know what? He's still hungry.
So he's saying Usyk's done all the stuff and Usyk's still hungry. There's still hunger left in his stomach after beating Fury twice, beating AJ twice, beating fucking Chisora, fucking now back to beating Dubois once, beating him again. He's still hungry. That's real hunger, guys. Remember, some fighters, when they get too greedy, like imagine if Fury beat Usyk. You think Fury right now would show humbleness? Fury's antics would have been through the roof. The guy would have thought he's all this, he's all that. Maybe the hunger would have died out. Who knows? I see with Usyk, he's the same all the time. The same character, the same humble, reserved character. This is a skill, guys. This is a characteristic that makes him a champion. Not everyone has this. Some people are too braggadocious. Some people, the ego gets to him. But here, he's just showing that Usyk's what character he is, really.
And ready to
He's still praying, guys. Look, if you look at Usyk, the guy's got his prayer beads. He's in this like trance kind of mode, ready. You can see the hunger in the guy's eyes. Like even after Undisputed, the guy's still hungry. He looks like more hungry than fucking Dubois.
expose his version of wisdom on July 19th here at Wembley. Fighting, by the way, for something historical that never been before. He says formerly he was thinking that he will be playing at Wembley, but now it comes that he's going to be fighting at Wembley.
Put a little joke in there at the end saying he thought he'd be playing at Wembley as in like maybe football or something, but now he's saying I'm fighting. But what his coach just said there is he's about to do something historic. Let me go back. So his manager said Usyk's ready to expose his version of wisdom on Wembley. Now, Dubois got wisdom the first time when he got hit with that jab and he went down on his leg, and obviously hit him with the body shot, and then he didn't continue after the jab. In my opinion, Dubois has gone a better fighter from the psychological side. From what I've seen, the way he went through AJ, Miller, and Hrgovic, he's a different fighter. Do not think Dubois is just a quitter and he's gonna quit again. Not saying Usyk's not gonna beat him, but yeah. And what I also want to say is when he's saying he's gonna give him wisdom on the 21st of July, I don't believe Usyk's seen anything in Dubois that's special. Because the reason I say that is Usyk's a special fighter. He's a highly skilled boxer, probably the most skilled out of everyone. How did Daniel Dubois beat his last fighter, AJ? Go watch that fight again. He battered AJ, and I believe Dubois would always beat AJ. Now, it could be AJ's getting past his prime, he's getting older, etc. I don't want to make no excuses. He beat AJ, and but the way he beat AJ, guys, just look at that first punch in round one. He just came over the top. AJ just got hit and he just went down on his knee. Do you think that Dubois is going to be able to just throw a hook random? Like, I'm not saying randomly, that's the wrong word. Just a random overhand hook and it's just going to hit Usyk and he's just going to go down. He's got the power to do it, but Usyk's smarter than that. Usyk's just not that type of fighter, guys, that he's just going to... I think AJ went into that fight just with the Ben Davison. I remember so many people saying this before the fight. Do you remember how many people were saying, oh, AJ, Dubois eats too many right hands. All AJ needs to do is get 1-2 down the straight. Dubois fucked. Dubois not going to be able to take it. You know what ended up happening? AJ believed his own hype. AJ thought, yeah. That's what's going to happen here. He had Ben Davison telling him to do it. AJ was so confident it's just going to take a 1-2 and Dubois is going to break. That's a bad mistake. I don't believe Usyk sits there and thinks, yo, I'm going to do 1-2 and I'm going to beat Dubois. He knows he's going to have to break him down in a certain way, but you don't see him being braggadocious. Or remember what AJ did in the fucking press conference? He acted too sick. Like, he already thought he was going to win. Like, this guy's a kid. And that's always the worst thing to do. I believe Usyk's a bit more on a higher level from that mindset point of view. And not saying, again, he's just going to walk through Dubois. I do think Dubois has a shot. But again, there's certain factors that I don't like. It favours Usyk more, in my opinion. But again, it's not my official prediction or anything. But I just think Usyk seen stuff like what he did to AJ, and he's like, that there's no way. Like, there's nothing special in what he did to AJ. Now, when I say nothing special, not to the average fighter, maybe even not even the top 10. I'm talking about Alexander Usyk here. This guy's the greatest heavyweight of all time. I'm not talking about even the top 10 heavyweights. What Dubois did to the top 10 heavyweights, he'll probably have to do that to a lot of them. He probably beat Fury, in my opinion. I think he would beat Fury, personally. But not. I don't know about Alexander Usyk. He's just a different level.
Fighting, by the way, for something historical that never been before. He says, formerly he was thinking that he will be playing at Wembley. But now it comes that he's going to be fighting at Wembley. And one more important thing to know. This time, you will see the version of Usyk that you have never seen before. No more controversies, no more question marks. Let the victory go to the one who deserves it more.
That's interesting here. That's interesting. His manager says you're going to see a version of Usyk that you've never seen before. Now, this is interesting, and I saw Frank Warren smiling when they were saying this, and I don't know what that means, guys, if I'm being honest. There's two things that are going through my head. Has Alexander Usyk clocked the heavyweight division so much that he's got so much confidence now that he's ready to fight back now? He's ready to say, you know what, I ain't going to no point tippy-toe decision. I'm just going to take him out. I'm going to take Dubois out. Maybe. I don't know what that means. Maybe he's like, I'm just going to school him. He's not going to even have any chance with me. Because think about it, Usyk's team doesn't usually say things like this. And when they do say it, you've got to take it seriously. Is Usyk just like at that level now? He's like got so much experience under his belt. Fury's a fucking huge heavyweight. He's probably the second best, you could say. He's done that to Fury. AJ's supposed to be one of the best. He did it to AJ. He's done Chisora. Like, the amount of experience on this under this guy's belt, I don't think like he's phased by someone like Dubois. Like, it's hard to explain. There's levels in the game. And I just think if he's saying he's going to leave no controversy, I think he's basically saying, I'm going to stop Dubois. He stopped him in the first fight with a jab. Maybe he's going to do something back to Dubois this time. I don't know. But at the same time, you got to look at the side where, could that play into Dubois' hands? You don't really want to go toe-to-toe with someone like Daniel Dubois. That's how you may lose the fight. So again, these little things, this is a bit before the fucking fight, guys. I don't want to be making a big deal out of something that hasn't happened, but it's interesting he's saying that.
God bless. Thank you very much.
Alex.
And that also tells me that there's annoyance there from Alexander Usyk, because a lot of people are saying that low blow was legal. And I've broke that down in my video again, and guys, check that out. I do believe there's a bit of annoyance in Usyk. Not to say he's wrong for being annoyed. I've covered that before. He's a bit pissed off. A lot of people keep saying that shot is legal. I'll be putting up a video soon on my channel, guys. Stay tuned. It's from a TalkSport interview with Don Charles and Simon Jordan. Now, this is probably 4 or 5 months ago. I've got it in the archives. I haven't released it yet. So that interview there, Don Charles is just losing his rag, and this is early days. I will release that interview, the breakdown of that, and how Don Charles is basically cussing out Usyk. He's going to do it in this press conference in a second as well. But he's basically cussing out Alexander Usyk, saying, how can a man of God lie? How can a man of God lie? He knows that wasn't a legal shot. It was legal. Why is he faking it? Now he's questioning his faith. He's questioning his morals, character. And again, it gets murky, guys. Some people saying Don Charles is going over the top. I covered that, and I'm going to obviously release that soon, guys. I'm going to get all this content out before the fight. Don't worry. I know, guys, I'm not posting every day. I've got a few things going on. But, guys, stay tuned. Trust me, man. You're going to get the full Usyk breakdown. I may not be uploading every day, but guys, trust me, the quality is going to be there. So I appreciate everyone who watches in, and make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I will continue the content coming out, guys. So I'll continue with the content.
I'm not going to let you go like that. We have a few things to discuss. After that first fight, and I know you've been talking about it, but we're going to talk about it some more. After the first fight, you said that you felt Daniel Dubois had a dirty plan